And we are live. All right. Perfect. Let me check and make sure that everything is schnazzy before we start the stream by playing one of the Game Boy Color's best experiences. The game that kicked off the Halo franchise, later ported to the Xbox. Of course, I'm joking. But, yeah, okay. All right, the stream is live. Let me send a little colors is out to let people know. And let some of you join in. All right. What would be a good name for this? Come watch as we play one of Nintendo's best Game Boy Color games, Halo. That seems clickbaity enough. There we go. All right, tweet has been sent. Hey, we've got Joy by Jay. We've got Split Lip. We've got Brandon, of course, Frozen Fire. We've got Gabe, David Harbor. All right, guys. Mic too low. How is Mike now? Is Mike good? Is Mike in the room with us right now? All right, let me get the game all fired up, right? We're excited to play some old Game Boy classics, such as Halo. All right. I really hope that this isn't super loud when it boots up. Just to be on the safe side. Just to be on the safe side, we're gonna bump that down a little bit. And you guys just let me know if it is too loud, okay? Halo for what? Oh my god. Yeah, that is extremely loud. I'm looking at the audio thing. Okay. Hopefully this is a good balance. Just let me know if I could still do a little bit more tweaking. These streams are my cocaine, says Joy by Jay. I mean, yeah, Frank. I don't have a good response to that. You caught me by surprise. Oh, I also appreciate you misspelling cocaine. Music too quiet. Make it a little louder. A little louder. All right, we can do that. How is this? That's a pretty good 8... Was the Game Boy Color 8-bit? All right. Yeah, David Harbor. If you like 343 Halo, you're not a Halo fan, says Sunny Mitten. Get that toxic nonsense out of here. That is some playground nonsense. Now, excuse me as I sip my juice box. Okay. Good. Okay, it supports controller. Do the warp for us. Warp, warp, warp. Oh my god, somebody took the, they did AI, you know, like the AI programs, and they had the Halo 1 Elite singing, That's Life. So, you know how the Halo 1 Elite is like, and stuff, so it's funny hearing it go, That's Life! Yo, can I get a juice box? If you can drive all the way to Washington, D.C., I will make sure that you get a juice box. Alright guys, let's press the A button. Yeah, this is pretty cool, right? He's hot, blowing the pins in 5. This is wild. Say a Master Chief line. Ooh. Ah! Oof. Those are my favorite Master Chief lines. I have a question for you. What is your favorite Halo game? My friend mine is Halo 3 ODST, hands down. Oh god, it depends on what I've had for breakfast. When you ask me what my favorite Halo game is, frequently it rotates between Halo 1, Halo 3, and ODST. Those are in like a constant circulation, but as I've gotten older, Halo 1 and ODST are usually at the top of the ticket, for me at least. Oh, we're okay. Yeah, we're starting in the cryo bay. All right. I'm bringing your health monitors online. Look at his little health bar. It's like the HUD from the game. Reach is my personal goat. Reach is... Oh, man. So I just finished the Reach portion of the evolution of the Jackals. And I don't know if maybe it's just because I was... like, the Jackals just aren't that interesting in Halo Reach. But that game is... I go through months where I really like Halo Reach, and then other months where I don't like it at all. It's what I think really makes it tough for me to like truly say that the Reach campaign is my favorite of all time is the fact that it is so focused on one specific tone, which is gritty military, whereas something like ODST is focused on like jazzy noir, which is a little bit more artistic. So, and it's like, that's not to say that Reach doesn't do its gritty militarism well. It's more that it's just like, when I'm looking for an adventure, I don't usually come to Halo Reach, you know? Send Master Chief to the bridge immediately. Okay, so by the logic of the Game Boy, we're playing on Heroic, because we don't have to go through the shield tutorial and everything. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh my god. Here we go. He's gonna say, "This way!" And then he's gonna explode. This is what... And you know what's crazy? If you download this, and you know how to get data onto a cartridge, you can run this natively on a Game Boy Color. Oh no! He's dead! Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. He's shooting into the darkness. This is crazy. So it's not just kind of like a haha meme funny. This is like, look, there's actual tension there. Like, you don't know what's attacking. You can't get a good look at it. There's like darkness there. Some lasers are shooting back. That's cool. I like that. That's really cool. Oh my god. Let's get out of here. Reach, when I say Reach isn't my favorite, I'm talking purely about the campaign, okay? Like the campaign on its own. If you were to actually bundle everything together, I'd say it's pretty hard to say that Reach isn't like a top 3 Halo game. Just based on like a $60 purchase alone, I think Reach on the Xbox 360 was easily one of the best games you could get for that console. All right. Oh, do they have the glitch included? Where, so on the Xbox, when you go up the hallway to see Captain Keyes, you can actually stop and just go back the way you came, and it'll trigger the cutscene anyways. But no, they didn't replicate that bug. Alright. Captain Keys. Good to see you, Master Chief. Things aren't going well. Is the Jackal evolution going to be 2 hours long? It's been a while since you've uploaded one. No, it's not going to be 2 hours long. It's more of the life situations surrounding the creation of the evolution of the Jackals. And just kind of like, I guess, getting back into the saddle has been pretty tough. Remember the skirmishers and the big creatures from the night mission. Best bestiary. Oh yeah, Reach's bestiary was pretty neat. I like the skirmishers quite a bit in Halo Reach. That's adorable. They can only represent Cortana by like 16 pixels total, I think? She's just like a pink little guy. The slight motion blur when you walk really makes you feel like a Spartan. Yeah, I think they're trying to emulate that I'm not sure what you call it. I know there's a term for it, but it's basically like a weird blurring, like a weird CRT monitors don't have that. And you know, the higher your refresh rate, you don't see that quite as much, but the lower your refresh rate, like if you have a monitor that's like 60 hertz or something, you'll see that even in like modern releases, just because it's a limitation. But yeah, I'm not sure what that issue is called, but I know that that doesn't crop up on CRT TVs. Oh my god, look. We found Keys' ammo. Okay, here we go. You have a 50% chance to get a headshot. Okay, let's see what combat's like. Look at the little grunts. Oh my god. Oof. We got him. Alright. Isn't it crazy how the word antimatter shows up once and then never again in the whole series? Not too crazy, because Halo isn't like a series that takes antimatter and turns it into like a magical form of negative matter where it makes people inverted or like something crazy like that. It's Halo doesn't really have space magic. I don't think you could even do anything interesting scientifically with antimatter. Like, it's called antimatter, which sounds cool and all, but it's ultimately, like, not that interesting. Okay, good. Oh, man. My health is pretty low. I think there's a med kit through here. Yep. Yeah. Okay, how do we use it? Finish this fight. Oh, he cut one of the encounters here. There's usually a... Isn't there a grunt up here hiding behind a shield? It's wild that I remember this level from memory to the point that this, like, abstract, top-down, 8-bit thing, I can be like, there should be a guy there. Is there... Hang on, how do I pause? Oh, that's like a speed up. Okay. I was gonna say, if I could pause, that would be pretty cool if you could, like, pick up health packs and stuff and store them and use them for later. Master Chief's got, like, little Pokeballs, you know? Oh, man, that would be even cooler if you could, like, store weapons you find. Like, get rid of the 2-weapon limit. Make it more like Pokemon. Do you still play Destiny 2 at all? Yes, I do. I'm currently in a bit of a Destiny phase, even though I said that I wouldn't touch it again. I touched it again. Yeah, Final Shape's pretty good. It's not the narrative conclusion that I wanted, but it is definitely a great mechanical inclusion. I'm really enjoying the playable content. I wonder how the other weapons will function. Yeah. Because this, for the most part, is fair... Oh my gosh. I don't know what I was expecting with this, but this is, like, kind of wild. So does it just loop, I guess, like the Halo theme? Or does it have, like, different soundtracks for the different missions? Oh no! He got me! Actually, let me listen. Is this the Halo Infinite 8-bit? You can tell because in Halo Infinite, they added one more note to the bum ba 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 bum. And if they have that one extra note there, then yeah, this is the Halo Infinite version that's found in the game. Oh, we're going backwards, aren't we? Here we go. No, this is original, I think. This is not the Halo Infinite version. There we go. All right, we got him. I have considered it, actually. Would be really cool to see helmets like Halo 3. Oh! Vernisage is in here. I'd like to see the in-universe tech advance a bit more. Plasma-tipped bullets or something. Well, the thought of plasma-tipped bullets sounds goofy. How do you tip your... like, we're gonna dip our bullets in lasers. Put a little bit of laser beam on the end of our bullets. No, I don't mind, just for the sake of, faction separation, having their technology stagnate. Like, I like knowing that the UNSC will always have, like, jeeps, tires, machine guns, you know, and stuff like that, while the Covenant are the guys with, like, lasers and stuff. I feel like if you get to the point where everybody is running around with a laser gun, you start to kind of lose a little bit of the fun that Halo has, which is like, you are human fighting aliens, even if you are in the future. The technology, I guess, is like present day enough. If that makes any sense. Like, you don't want the humans to start feeling alien, too. Chief resembles Kirby in armor. He does kind of look like a little Kirby. He's Kirby. Kirby sucked up the Green Man. Check the drop pod to see if there's an overshield. That's a good idea. Is the drop pod back here? Or not drop pod, the boarding crafts. Here, I see a health pack over here, though. What's the future of Halo? Good, bad, medicine? or Return to Glory 2027. I don't think, you know, saying like Return to Glory is not something I can predict because we don't even know what the next Halo game is going to be. But I'd imagine we're probably going to enter another content drought for like a couple of years. And then there's going to be an explosion of stuff that the new regime at 343 is working on. Because it takes a couple of years for production to ramp up on new products, for, you know, researching, pitching, hiring, and stuff. And 343, new 343, I should say, is still in that process of, like... Last time I checked, they still don't have, like, a lead animator or anything. So they're still not in a state where they can actually develop a game. But it does sound like they're going to use a lot more outsourcing for this next project, which is basically, like, if you ever look at, like, the new Call of Duty releases and you're like, how? You know, like, how are they able to make so much stuff in each release? Well, all you have to do is look at the credits, and you see, like, 500 different game studios that have also worked on each individual Call of Duty release. And it sounds like that's what 343 is going to try doing. Yeah, there is an overshield in the Covenant boarding crafts. It sounds like 343 is going to stop trying to kind of, like, take on everything internally, or as much as they can. And they're going to start relying a little bit more on outsourcing. The bonus to that is that, you know, hopefully, like, you know, the incomplete releases shouldn't be much of a thing, but one of the downsides would be that you've got a lot more to manage and a lot more studios and, like, cooks in the kitchen, I guess, doing different parts of the game, so there's a lot less flexibility. Though there is also, like, talks of Microsoft transitioning to more of a, like, small strike team model of game development. So less of, like, an 800-person team working on a crazy $2 billion video game, and something more akin to, like, what happened with Helldivers, where it's a fairly small studio, and because they're so small, they can really, really get something made quickly, and for far cheaper, and the vision is a little bit more focused, since it's a much smaller team. And it sounds like that's a strategy Microsoft is going to start adopting for their game studios, which might be partially why Tango Gameworks, they closed down that studio, is because that studio was not operating on this, like, new philosophy that they're trying to adopt. AI is a big yikes. Yeah, I did see that they're hiring for AI stuff, and listen, I don't think that that means that the next game is going to be made using, like, AI to do the art and the voice and the, like, chances are it's going to be more for, like, tools and stuff like that. Like, tools to assist the actual developers. Like, could you imagine how much you could speed up content creation if, like, some of the really tedious work, like landscaping or, like, foliage generation, texturing, like that kind of stuff, you could get AI to do it, while you have actual artists overseeing the creations and putting more of their actual talents into, like, the hero models, you could say. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of Covenant here. I don't think we're ever going to see, like, AI just completely take over. It seems to be more of a like, gold rush right now that everybody is trying to capitalize on, and it's very quickly crashing and burning because the inherent soullessness of AI is becoming apparent. Where it's like, the AI doesn't know what it's doing. It has no soul, you know? All it's doing is mimicking what it's been trained to mimic. You've still got to have, like, a pilot, so to speak, which is a human. So I don't think AI are going to take over, like, actual artists' jobs. How do you rank the Halo 4 and 5 stories? Halo 4's story is a little bit above Halo 5's. But just in general, as time has gone on, and I've gotten a little bit older, my opinion of Halo 4's story has kind of, like, dipped lower and lower. Where it's like, I don't think that the main hook of the game is that interesting, like, kind of like the melodrama. And I don't think the Didact was a very compelling B-plot. It's kind of the same problem that the Infinite story has, where it's like the Harbinger is not the most interesting character on planet Earth. Not that the character has to be super compelling, but it's more like I do think, like, if a Halo game is going to have a capital A antagonist, it's gotta be somebody that's just super entertaining, kind of like the Covenant Prophets in Halo 2, where they're just like, anytime they're on the screen, it's just fun listening to the old men babbling in their floating chairs. Don't make it like a humanoid figure floating off the ground and babbling about the Reclamation or Forerunner, Warrior, Promethean, Didact, Gene Song, whatever. Oof. But Halo 5 definitely is bottom of the barrel for me. I think it was a very bad narrative choice to make Cortana the villain, and also just a bad choice from the standpoint of, like, the IP. Because it's like, yeah, you can't make Cortana the main villain of the series. Because that also retroactively makes their previous adventures, like, weird and icky. I think I missed actually a couple of super chats. So Monty Ricard, I think I said that right, says, playing through Devolved, could you see Halo trying something 2D in the vein of, say, Metroid? Oh, absolutely. After all, Metroid was able to make the jump to first person. Yeah, absolutely. I think that there's enough creativity in Halo. Like, you know, it's funny I don't like oh man! I remember this part when the Elite is at the other end of the corridor and it, like, explodes. For me not liking the enhanced mobility stuff in the first-person Halo games, enhanced mobility stuff would actually be a ton of fun in a 2D side-scroller. There's a statue that I have of Halo 2 Master Chief blowing up some floodlings, some little flood boys, popcorns. And that Master Chief statue has, like, really kind of, like, crazy exaggerated proportions. Like, his limbs are really long. He does kind of look Samus-like, with the long, crazy limbs, you know, so that, like, they can whip around, you know, and the legs can become a crazy blur when they're running. And it makes me think that, like, a 2D Metroid-style Halo game, Chief would look pretty cool in 2D, like backflipping, wall jumping off of things using his grappling hook to get around. I mean, my wife, before I started the stream, she saw the Master Chief at the beginning of this, where they had that screenshot from Halo 1, but they made it very 8-bit and Game Boy colorified. And she immediately said that was like Metroid. It's like, yeah, something cool could... Look at that! See, that's cool! Atriox doesn't sound like a villain name. Okay, I see what you mean a little bit. I think it's the abruptness of how it ends. Atriox. Like, I think of Tartarus Something about that is a little bit like the way it just kind of like rolls off the tongue. Atriox is a bit abrupt, I guess. That's just nitpicking though, okay? Here. How do we get across? Oh. The bridge was totally messing with me. Just the way that they artistically represented the bridge. Oh. Here, all I have is... What is this? Okay. I've got a different weapon, I think. Makes sense. That's why some people don't like Samus feeling... Why some people don't like Samus feeling more stiff in the 3D games, less mobile. And when they make Chief and other Spartans more agile in 3D, it feels off, more fitting of 2D. Yeah, it's also just, I think, from a level design standpoint. Having Chief be a little bit slower, a little bit tankier, you know? You're fairly slow, which means Marines can keep up with you. When you don't have, like, jetpacks or grappling hooks or something. That also means that you don't run the risk of, like, kind of jumping to new elevations and leaving your Marine comrades behind. Like, they're always with you, and levels can be designed with them accompanying you. Because that's kind of a problem in the more 343 games, is the AI really struggle to keep up with you, and more often than not, the levels just don't have them. Because they just can't think of a good way to keep them, you know, around, because you're going to be clambering all over the place. There's a new life form ahead. It's the Jackal. Do much to the energy shield. Flanking is the most effective combat strategy. Got it. Okay. That is cute. So the Jackal is like a little, he's like a little boss. Look at the little Jackal sprite. This is adorable. It looks like a Cubone. It's like a little angry Cubone. Games don't need overly complicated stories, especially if the lore isn't self-contained in the game. I think what would help a lot is if the stories helped inform the levels that you go on more than anything. Like if the story was more of a designed to be a vehicle for cool levels. Isn't Tartarus from some Roman play or something too? Tartarus, I think it's a mythical figure. I can't remember if it's Greek or Roman. I think it's one of the Guardians of Hades or something? Which is, like, fitting in Halo 2, that, like, the chieftain of the brutes, Tartarus. He's, like, the guardian of the prophets. Halo 2 set the gold standard for Halo stories, in my opinion. Vastly improved the series by having a compelling and fleshed out narrative. Yeah, Halo 2's story, I still think, is just perfect. ODSTs, I think, is a very, very close second. And Combat Evolved, I think it's, Halo Combat Evolved, I can't even criticize that story for being simple, because I think Combat Evolved is just, like, this perfect little, like, this perfect little template to build off of. Jackals are coming. Dude, fighting the jackals in this little Game Boy Color game is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this was a clever way to do jackals. They're completely different in this Game Boy Color version of Halo. And they work. I'm really curious to see what the hunters turn out to be like. Oh man, we haven't even gotten to the Warthog yet. Aw, the Shih Tzu is sleeping. Oh, we're talking about the MCC hacking issue? That's pretty crazy that, like, people can just ban you from the MCC. How bad is the problem? Because I know, like, people on, Twitter tends to kind of create this incorrect narrative about what's really going on. Just because enough people are... Is it really that bad to the point that MCC Online right now is unplayable? Why are the jackals screaming and grunt? Because it's a Game Boy Color game, man! You gotta use your resources wisely. That's what's wild about this. This can also actually be run on a real Game Boy Color, if you know how to do it. Oh boy, here we go. Here comes the Warthog. Of all the games to get blur cutscenes, we're lucky we live in the timeline where it was Halo 2's narrative, practically a movie in its own right. Yeah, the blur cutscenes do look pretty nuts in Halo 2 Anniversary. I do prefer the original, though. Let's go, little green Kirby. Oh, we're just supposed to go up. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna try to save some soldiers. Oh my gosh. Your gunner will shoot the nearest target automatically. Okay. I'm trying to think how this would have been done back in the... Oh my god, this is cool. But I wonder how this would have been done back in the 90s. Would the Warthog sections have just been like a crappy, like it dodged the incoming rocks on a straight narrow road segment? This is so wild! It feels like Pokemon. I feel like I'm on the bike. Whoa, okay. Okay, let's disengage. Come on, gunner. Did I lose my gunner? Oh, I might have. I might have lost my gunner, I think. Let's hop up this way. Let's wait for the jackal to turn around. Oh, did you see that little green burst? He overcharged his plasma pistol. Okay. There we go, we got him. Okay. Yep, there's the elite hiding around the corner. How would this have been done in the 90s? Well, no. What I'm thinking is like game design trends of the 90s, because that was a very clever recreation of the 3D Warthog. But imagine if they didn't have the reference of the 3D Halo game to work off of. How How would, like, Game Freak have done a Warthog segment from scratch with no inspiration in the 90s? Halo, if it was badass. Yeah, that's what this is. I really do hope that there's a new music track soon, though. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Were those suicide grunts in Halo 1? Oh, look, that's adorable. Look, a little jump. There's some Marines hiding in the hills above that structure. Yeah, there is. Oh my god, look at the sniper rifle. Okay. This weapon system is not like your other arms. Press the A button to fire. After 4 shots, press the B button to reload. This is so wild! Holy crap! This is very Cooking Mama-esque. They turned the sniper rifle into a little mini-game. Yeah, my wife would fuck with this. This is an adorable little adaptation. This is so cool, man! Come on, pop out. Got him. That was cool. That was really cool. Dare I say, that's more fun than defending the Marines in the actual Halo game. I usually just kill all the Marines there, that way the objective speeds up and it's like, oh no, they're all dead, we should move on to the next hill. And I'm like, that's right, Cortana, big tragedy, wish we could have saved them. Yeah, that was super clever. That made me really happy. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go check over here and see if there's any of the boys. Oh, this is the big beam tower. Okay, so they're gonna be hiding underground. So I wonder, are we going to continue the little mini games? I wonder if I can just cram a Warthog through here. Think multiplayer would have been accessible via link cable? Oh, absolutely. I've called for an evac. Alrighty. The 8-bit CE theme kind of reminds me of the Warship Gabrakan escape theme. Yeah, an interesting bit about that. The Warship Gabrakan theme, Gabrakan, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. It was, that was the first draft. That was Curtis Schweitzer. He sent it off to 343 and he was like, what do you guys think? What should I improve? And they were like, perfect, we'll take it. So he nailed it in one go. And his goal for that theme was he wanted to combine Escherum's theme with the Warthog music. That way it kind of sounded like the theme to symbolize Master Chief versus Escherum, where it's like the two melodies associated with each character, like clashing with each other. take out this. Come on, get him. There we go. Area secured. All right. All right, let's get that last group of survivors. Next mission is Truth and Reconciliation. This is so freaking awesome, man. Yeah, okay. This will be a fun project for Rebecca and I, trying to figure out how to get this thing working on an actual Game Boy Color. Okay, it should be here. Yep. Alright. Side-scrolling sections would be cool, too. Oh, it's just Bracken? Okay, gotcha. Well, why did the brutes put a G? Or are we gonna get... Yeah, we're gonna get another sniper minigame. Yes, okay. Here, let me pick up that health pack real quick. Alright. Let's go get the sniper rifle. This is one of the coolest things to come out of the Halo community, I think, in an extremely long time. Okay, let's reload. Man, my Shih Tzu is comfy. That's the last of them. All right. Yeah, I wonder if the mic's gonna pick up the Shih Tzu snores. I hope the sniper section in Truth and Reconciliation is a side-scroller. I like that the sniper is like this little cowboy minigame where the grunts are like hopping in and out of rocks and you gotta like pew pew like shoot them down. I hope that it's something different, like for different weapons. Like if you get the shotgun, maybe it goes side scroller. Man, Pumpkin. Thoughts on Space Marine 2? It looks kind of like a return to the 7th generation of games, kind of having everything at launch. I haven't seen a lot for Space Marine 2. I've only seen gameplay of it. I only recently discovered that it's not an Unreal Engine 4 game, which blew my mind. I thought it was Unreal Engine. It looks like one. Wait a minute. Oh no. Is this it? Ah. He only has 2 levels done. I was so ready. I thought it was going to be the full campaign. Okay. Well, what did you think, guys? That was cool. I liked that a lot. Thankfully, I have some MCC mods downloaded that we can switch over to. Yeah, okay. Alrighty, that was it. Super, super positive impressions of that. That's at least how I feel. Pretty neat. That was sick. I would like to see combat evolved on the GameCube, since it was released in the same year. Halo 1 on the GameCube would have been awesome. There's probably a universe out there where Halo was a Nintendo property. And Halo is probably doing fine now, and people are probably very excited about Halo Prime 4 for the Switch 2. Try Halo 4 Reclaimer. Well, I do have some Halo 4 mods. No, don't worry. We're going to keep going. Hear me out. Kill zone on the Wonder Swan. Here, you know what we could do? Have you guys ever seen the Halo Reach Infantry mod? So I saw this on the Steam Workshop, and what I was thinking was, oh god, it's like another one, you know, there's like a billion. Halo 3 Marine Edition, and it's just like, you know, your camera is attached to the Marines, and you can control the Marines. And I thought that's what this would be, but I kept seeing it cropping up, and I kept reading the comments, and everyone was saying how blown away they were. And I was like, fine, you know? Like, fine, we'll give it a try. It's pretty good. It's not what I thought. Have you seen the new version of Trooper Firefight for Reach? It looks crazy tactical with stuff like ballistic drop and insurrectionist opponents. Really? That's pretty nuts. Oh, here, let me get the frame rate down. Okay, good. It's at 60. Okay. Okay, so off the bat, the camera... One of the first things that I noticed was the camera seemed a little bit more, like, tailored. You know, it's... There seems to have been care put into the positioning of the camera. Something I would have loved to see is if maybe the crosshair, instead of being in the dead center of the screen, if it was perhaps, this is going to sound bonkers, okay, a little bit higher, like the classic Battlefront games. There we go, we got our flashlights and stuff. If you right click, you actually do this like zoom in thing here. Same with the pistol. Yeah, but this is pretty nutso looking, right? So this is like an alternate version of the Reach campaign, where if instead of Spartans, it's Marines that are fighting off the invasion. All right, here we go. Is anyone there? We got blood. But we know where to go, don't we? We've played this campaign before. Can I detach the turret? No, I cannot. Okay. Pretty sure you're playing as the Marines that came here before Noble. Is that what we're doing? Can we walk? No. Okay, you're forced to run as a Marine. I just picked up the controller to see if we could, like, do the... Okay, so we can sidestep, but it looks like forward movement is stuck to running. But, like, look at this. If we wanted to be, like Modern Warfare Halo. We could, like, crouch down here, and then we could be, like... We got movement in the dark. Yeah, we're being super sneaky, super tactical. But it feels good, like the movement. Usually these mods where they just like kind of like attach you to an existing character, they feel very janky. What if there was a camo elite right behind you? Not gonna lie, I'm getting that vibe. I'm getting that, like, I'm being watched vibe, you know? Okay, there's already dead Covenant. Oh my god, current objective, survive. Let me... Do I have something muted? I do. Let's see if a whole layer of, like, dialogue is missing. Ah! What is this? This is Call of Duty music. That was pretty cool. LNG, you are the first person I'm passing the blunt to. Oh, that's very kind of you. That was a pretty neat intro, right? Is that you're supposed to die? All right. All right. Look, we got some simple cameras. Like, it's nothing too crazy looking, but this is more than I see from most mods. You know, just because people haven't really gotten it down yet. Whoa, is that original voice acting I hear?
All right, men, move out! Move out with Sergeant Davis!
Oh, we're fighting dudes. Nice, okay. Let me know if it gets too loud, okay?
Come on, take care of it. All right now.
Noctur and Toten's loading screen. Yeah, from Black Ops 1. Pretty goofy music choice. Oh, man, I keep forgetting that we're not fighting aliens. I gotta fight dudes. Holy crap. Okay. Oh, boy. Yeah, this does not play like just Halo Reach in third person. There we go. Is this a scoped? Oh, it's a BR. Nice. Okay.
Machine gun emplacement.
Yeah, do you hear that original voice acting? Here, we're gonna pick his shotgun. Okay, how do you switch? I think you can switch shoulders. No, that's how you melee. That's how you zoom. There was a button that let you switch shoulders, I could swear. Oh, I'm Private Davis. Okay, you got it. That's me. I think it may be COD voices. Oh, that would explain then why it's so, like, high quality. Got anything interesting? No. We might pick up that assault rifle eventually. I'm not sure if this map did have, like, all these destructible environments, but it's pretty cool seeing, like, the, seeing, like, all the glass exploding. Okay. Yeah, here's more shotgun ammo, but, for the sake of, keeping things interesting, we are gonna switch. Oh boy, he got me. Okay. 343 Industries be like, we like fan mods. Activision be like, let's shut down a mod a day before it launches because no fun. Yeah, basically, right? I wish the Call of Duty community could be eating good like us Halo fans. Because believe me, 343, they are working with some heavy restrictions. Like, any stupid choice about Halo's modding scene, like, you know, server browser, mods on Xbox, like all of that stuff, believe me, they wish they could do it. There's somebody up top preventing them from doing it. Look at this. We got the Combat Evolved Assault Rifle here. Guy sounds like Captain Price. He might be. Oh boy. Okay.
That's the way, Chief. Yeah.
That's the way, Chief. Did he just say that? Yeah, that's a voice line I think from Halo 2. Oh boy. Oh, there's a sniper rifle there. Oh my gosh, man, in my ear, you got it. Okay, we're gonna get out this LMG. Because this thing seemed pretty good. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's grab this sniper. Holy moly, we will not! Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. This, I believe, is the original model created by Skaboodly Doop. Skaboodly Boop? I can't remember what his name is. It's something like that. He's one of the folks in the modding scene who's pretty much unrivaled, I think, when it comes to original assets. Oh boy. And this original asset was born from some concept art from Reach of a dude holding a big Halo-style saw. Not saw from Halo 4, I mean saw like the light machine gun in the real world. And I guess also, like, from Call of Duty at the time, because, like, 2010, that's around the time that the Modern Warfare games were super popular. Yeah, so the SAW was, like, the big LMG in Call of Duty 4. Like, when you think of Call of Duty World at War, or, like, any of those World War II games, you think of, like, the Browning, or the MG42. The SAW was basically the iconic LMG from the Modern Warfare games. At least I'd say. And so Bungie, they were already kind of like pivoting towards that like Modern Warfare style with Reach. You know, a little bit more militaristic, a little bit more, or a little bit less like kind of fun and whimsical.
We're getting boxed in. Come on, take care of it.
Are we fighting insurrectionists? I believe so. The M60? The M60, that would be more of like a Vietnam-era weapon, I'd say. Ooh, rocket launcher, okay. Because if I remember right, a Falcon comes out of nowhere here. Yeah, okay, we got some folks confirming that it is indeed Price from Call of Duty 2. Is fighting against hit-scan enemies fun? Not particularly. Like, this I don't think is strong enough to hold up an entire game on its own, this combat. But the fact that it's been modded into a different game engine is actually pretty nutso. Like, clearly these environments are, like, multiplayer environments, campaign environments for Covenant and stuff like that. Like, they're not designed for humans. But, if you were to design original levels around human, hit-scanny combat, like Gears of War type, popping out of cover and shooting.
Well done, Davis.
But also, we're still in the relatively early days, I'd say, of, like, Halo modding on PC.
Well done, lads.
All right.
Another contact.
Fire, lads. Give it to them.
Yeah, we still got a couple insurrectionists. Whee! Was that some intel by the rocket? Yeah, that was. I tried picking it up, but there was no button prompt.
Got another hostile.
Holy crap, a mosquito just flew in front of me. Get out of here. Nobody wants you here. Go, leave. There it goes. Alright. As a single level, this makes sense. Yeah. I wish they'd let you go into first person when you use the scope instead of just slightly zooming in. Oh, kind of like Ghost Recon, like the Ubisoft Ghost Recon. I say Ubisoft Ghost Recon, the modern Ubisoft Ghost Recon games. I wonder if that's possible. I'm not sure how, like, under the hood the zoom system works in Halo's code. Or, like, how janky it would be. You probably have to, like, I think, shift camera perspectives, right? When you hit the zoom button, like, the camera teleports to the, top of the assault rifle, and then you'd probably have to figure out a way to stabilize the view. You'd probably also have to consider, like, the player's sensitivity. That way it feels seamless and not kind of, like, jarring that your camera has moved ahead of you a couple of feet in order to be on the barrel of the weapon. Oh my god, is that a grenade launcher? Damn it. Okay. UB Paris. Wait, how far back are we? Oh, please tell me that we got the, Oh my god, that thing's still alive. Okay, we're not going to keep playing this, don't worry. That was pretty cool, though. What did you think of the Black Ops 6 Zombies gameplay? I might get the game if the AI art hiring isn't in the game. Black Ops 6 Zombies looks like a lot of fun. It's, you know, not the direction I'd take zombies in. But I've made my peace. Winter contingency, sword base. Here, let's do sword base with Halo Infinite weapons. UB Paris were the ones that do the Ghost Recon games. Well, it's Ubisoft. They're really hard to kind of like nail down who does what, because they kind of like segment up their game development, from what I understand. Like, it's you guys do this part of the game, you guys do that part of the game, and like at the end of development we're all going to come together and kind of like stitch everything together and then get it out the door and then immediately get to work on the next thing. Like they've got this like very bizarre segmented development structure, and it kind of unfortunately is a side effect of it is like that kind of like soulless feeling that a lot of Ubisoft games have, where they kind of feel like they're all designed by committee. It's like, well, because they kind of are. And it's also how Ubisoft can just pump out so many so many open world games. Because at any given time, they've got like 8 different studios that are developing portions of an open world game and then sending it over to other studios. And it also means that Ubisoft, unfortunately, doesn't have a lot of flexibility when it comes to adapting to trends. And when they finally are able to kind of pivot to whatever the current trend is, they're kind of locked there for a few years. This looks pretty good for a Game Boy Color. Says Ordis. Yeah, that was the beginning. Unfortunately, it was a lot shorter than I thought it would be. Oh boy. Oh my god, is that the Halo Infinite Commando in Halo Reach? It is. It is the Halo Infinite Commando in Halo Reach. Here, I'm switching over to Gamepad. Here, we're gonna tune down the music a little bit. When Ubisoft buys a studio, they also rename them to some variation of Ubisoft to create the illusion of a unified front. So even in the very frequent cases where the whole game is designed by one studio. Oh, yeah. Well, to be fair, that's not just a Ubisoft thing. I know a lot of game studios that do that. It is fun to complain, though, about Ubisoft. Oh, my God. Okay. No aiming down the sights. It's that Halo Infinite plasma pistol. This thing is so big. We can also throw fusion coils. That's pretty cool that there's a bit of a wind-up. Oh, excuse me. We're gonna tune down that music a little bit, mute it entirely. Yeah.
To the main gate to the east, I'll brief you as you go.
Sword control, I see a target locator. Any artillery support in the area?
Limited, but we'll prioritize whatever you
Ooh,
need.
grappling hook. Okay, how does this work? Huh? Wait. Wait, okay, hang on. Let's try that again. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, a little bit janky, but I see what he's doing there. Holy crap. That's not the orbital bombardment I called down for. that's the Hammer of Dawn. Do you miss the Xbox 360 era of games? To an extent, yeah. Oh boy, that was some heavy hitching that just happened there. To an extent, yes. I do think right now games are more approachable and more accessible than ever. As well as like gaming is currently, I think, better than it's ever been. And that is a wild thing to say, but hear me out. I'm not talking about like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 9 or Black Ops 12 or whatever, like Warzone, Bundle. Kendrick Lamar is now an operator in Warzone. Like, I'm talking about like when you look at the amount of stuff there is to play now, like gaming has kind of never been this good. But definitely a lot of recent games I think could use a bit of like a creativity injection. Games are a little bit too expensive to make now. And so there's a lot less creativity. And that's not to say that, you know, things were the peak of creativity on the 360, because it was like, what flavor of gray color palette military shooter do you want to play? It's only a handful of genres that are more approachable. I'd say in general, most games have gotten more approachable, like whether it be RPGs, real-time strategy games. I mean, heck, the Steam Deck. Like, we've even gotten to the point now where we're building laptops that are in the shape of, like, little Nintendo Switches, you know? So we can play Steam games. There's also cloud streaming, which is slowly starting to get there in terms of, like, usability. Not that it will ever replace console gaming or mainstream gaming, but as a fun little alternative. It's just the price of a lot of these crazy big budget games, you know? Like during the 360 era, your Call of Duties were cheap enough to, and that's, you know, they weren't cheap to produce, not cheap at all, but they were not so insanely expensive that they had to kind of like fleece, nickel and dime their player base on top of buying the game. Like somebody said once, it used to be that I'd walk into a store to buy a game. Now I buy a game and find myself in front of a store. And that's kind of the problem. But, you know, if you're playing on the Nintendo Switch, you don't have that problem. Because Nintendo keeps their budgets in check. Which, amazingly, doesn't mean worse production value. In some cases, I'd say there's some Switch games that look better than games that I see on PlayStation 4 through 5. I think Luigi's Mansion 3 still hard-pressed to find something that looks that good on the Xbox. Indie gaming is doing great. Yeah, indie gaming is doing great too. And, you know, thanks to the fact that I've got a beautiful wife who likes playing games, she has taught me the value of, like, cozy games. You know, like when you think of, like, remember when you were a kid and you had, like, a DS? Maybe you had your Cooking Mama. You know, like your little, just, like, mini-game games. Like, those kind of games matter, you know? And enough of us have grown up to the point that we are now getting into game development, and we are making more games like that, and they're releasing on Steam. A little bit too many of them are farming.
Nice work, Spartans.
But you know,
head to Farragut Station and get that comms array up and running. Spartans, this is Sword Control.
this mod turned the Hydra into a good weapon. I thought it couldn't be done. I would argue that the Hydra's already really good in Halo Infinite. Here, we'll keep using this beautiful Warthog model. Cloud gaming is a godsend if you don't have a console or a good PC. Yeah, there's... I've heard enough... I used to be pretty, like, obnoxiously dismissive of cloud gaming. I think also part of it is just because, like, Stadia put cloud gaming in such a bad light, just because Google was, like, obnoxious about it when they introduced it. But, cloud gaming, I see the benefits of it as something alongside traditional game machines. I had the Wii Corey of the Isles. Corey, Lord of the Isles. Corey, you had one of the best game consoles ever made, my friend. I had a Wii too. You think Halo should come to PlayStation now, LNG? Oh yeah. I think Halo is long overdue for PlayStation and Switch. I don't think we'd ever see, like, the old games ported, just because I don't think the Master Chief Collection could fit on a Nintendo Switch. I think it's too big. It's like over 100 gigabytes in size. But I could see like future Halo releases. I mean, what I really wish that Microsoft would do is make like definitive modern releases of the original Halos. Like Halo Combat Evolved, like that's it. It's the game. Not like the MCC Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. You know, same with like Halo 2. And then from there, you could probably, you know, the 360 ones, we could... It's mostly Halo 1 and 2 that I'm, like, the most concerned about, like, wanting a modern release of those games that are not part of the Master Chief Collection. A manufacturer said the successor to the Switch will go into production soon. Yeah, I saw that. Let's see what this is. Yeah. Stalker rifle. This thing's pretty nuts in multiplayer. Alright. Let's check out a different mod. If you combine a machine and cloud gaming, you get better results. For sure, for sure. But I think it's more about just, like, I guess, affordability. Here, let's try this. This is one that I haven't gotten a chance to play yet. I heard the Switch successor may only be as powerful as a Steam Deck. I'm okay with that. Like, Nintendo, when it comes to Nintendo, I trust whatever they do with their hardware. If they say their hardware is this, then I trust that it's absolutely the correct move. Is that Modern Warfare quotes? I think that's Modern Warfare quotes. Okay, I guess let's hop down here. Oof. Oh my gosh, look at the colors. It's the fan mod problem of like hyper saturate. You know, I was trying to think, if I were to make a fan mod, what engine would I work with? I'm not sure, to be honest. I was thinking maybe, like, the ODST engine. Like, check out those mod tools. But, like, Halo 3's lighting system, I'm not sure if that would, like, that would limit what I'd be capable of doing, because I'd have to design all my environments to look a very specific way, because of the way that lighting engine works. The older Halo games may be a little bit too... you know, they might be a good place to start if they're primitive. Oh boy. Are you thinking of getting into modding? I absolutely am. Today I just figured out how to spawn bipeds in Halo 4's engine, which is really complicated. Like getting just like AI to spawn. Because you can't... It's not like Forge where you just select like, dude, and then put him down, you know? Halo 4's engine, and I'd assume it's probably very similar for like Halo 3 and Halo Reach. Bungie, and I guess 343, they do it by like squads. So you have to first generate the pathfinding, then you have to create a squad, then you have to import the squad, biped specifically, as well as a character tag, and then you have to assign a weapon to them. You have to assign how many you want there to be, what team they're going to be on. And it's a lot of steps, and the UI is very ugly for the mod tools, and so I fear what the actual developers were using to make the games. It's like the user interface equivalent of sleeping pills. It's like that Windows 98. Just kind of like boring beige Windows. Not Windows the program, just like literally Windows. Little boxes that are open. Like just very boring, very hard to look at. Very small text. I'll have to goof off with it a bit more. Halo 4 was a beautiful game held together by bubblegum. I see that term a lot. The held together with like prayers and bubblegum and shoestring. It from what I've seen, like poking around with the mod tools and stuff, as well as like just talking to some of the other modders, there isn't a single Halo engine that is like held together with bubblegum. I know that there's that one modder that just offhandedly said that. And what's, I guess, like the problem with what he said about that was like, of course it was hard for you to mod the game, dude. You were doing it without mod tools. Like, it's gonna come off as super complicated to you. But with the actual tools to develop the games in our hands, like, it actually is, like, fairly straightforward. Like, it makes sense. It's not that complicated. If the engine truly was that unwieldy and at the point of collapsing, the game would be crashing constantly during your play sessions, you know? Yeah, I know that the reason I got super passionate about that is because there's been a lot of modders in the Halo community. They've seen that video and they take a lot of issue with that language used. It's haunted them now, because to this day people still say the Halo engine is held together with spaghetti and linguine and duct tape and prayers and like anything else they can think of, pocket lint. It's like, no, the Halo engines are fine. The guy was just modding without official mod tools, so of course he thought it was complicated. Because he was going about it the complicated way. Yes. I should start a podcast. You're not the first person to say that, and I am currently thinking of starting one, actually. Like, probably a bi-weekly one. Here's the question. What would be the naming of the naming? What would be the naming? What would be the name of the podcast? As well as who would be a co-host to talk to. I could approach somebody like Hidden Experia, but I'm not sure how busy that lad is. When we were younger, we would have absolutely been able to do it together, but I don't know what his schedule is like. I don't know what my schedule is like, you know. And as far as the name goes, I have two possible names. One is insanely boring, the Late Night Gaming Podcast, which is smart, I guess, from like a business sense, because that's like, you know, the name of the channel. But then a fun idea is Patch Notes. But that's also like the furthest thing from Late Night Gaming on planet Earth. So I'm not sure. Late Night Podcast. Well, see, Late Night Podcast is pretty good, but if you were looking for a gaming podcast, the name Late Night Podcast wouldn't tell you much, right? That's why Late Night Gaming Podcast, I included the gaming part of it. Not as like an ego thing, but as also like it's the brand Late Night Gaming, but also it's gaming, so hopefully it might be easier to find. What is this? Is this a little guy? Is this a little dolly? Why are the Covenants? Why do the Covenant have like a little dolly? Maybe you could have different co-hosts. Like different Halo creators. Well, what would be fun is if I had a co-host that I do it with all the... One person that I was thinking of was a gentleman fella by the name of Larper Larden, who I've seen in the community, and his videos are extremely, extremely good. I probably got to play some games with him, establish a bit of a rapport. But I've had my sights on him, possibly approaching him, seeing if he'd like to be a co-host. Because then what would happen is, if a co-host and I have a lot of chemistry, then I hear my wife giggling. Then we could possibly then have like a third person come in every week. And then that would be the person that we interview, you know? Have different folks from the Halo community. Late night gaming, a la late show. The late gaming. Oh, like the late show. Gotcha. Late gaming. Feel like I think it works better in writing. I think that it works, out loud. Yes. I might go with just like the boring Kevin Cool-X. Kevin Cool-X is a good option as well. Oh my gosh. Okay. You know what? Let's check out a different mod. This is fun now that there's only like 71 of us here. Because you guys, we can have like the super secret conversations, that nobody else knows. Let's check out. I downloaded a Nito Halo 4 mod. We ran into problems last time we tried this mod. And by problems, I think I just got disinterested. But this is one of the more ambitious Halo 4 mods that I've seen in a while, and it made me very happy. Seriously, I think Rebecca is a really good commentator. She doesn't come across as inexperienced, more like a fresh set of eyes. She asks the right questions to get us thinking in new ways. Rebecca? Rebecca's a fantastic idea. It would be up to her, though. Because she can be shy. I think she's on the phone right now.
Not bad, guys. They're mine.
All right. Hang on. There we go.
I'm in cover. Wait, there are...
Let's get the battle rifle. Yeah, and sniper rifle. So this is one of my favorite big team battle maps, which is wild to say because I know when people think of Halo 4, they usually go to man, what's the name of that big team battle map? It's in Halo Infinite now. It's the one that, like, the usual that the community always clamors for from Halo 4's big team battle. But for me, at least, this was the map from Halo 4 Big Team Battle that stole my heart, and I'm very, very saddened that it's kind of not been really recognized, by 343. I like this one a lot. Oh, late night, thoughts on the leaked Mark IV Gen 1 armor? Oh, the Halo 2 armor? It doesn't look a lot like Halo 2 armor, but there are enough little details in it that I appreciate. It looks kind of like a combination of the different Master Chief armors from 2, 3, and Infinite. Don't get me wrong, it looks amazing, okay? I'm a big fan of Master Chief armor where he has the accordion feet. Why no Halo 5 in MCC? It's purely down to file size as well as game size. Halo 5 is too complicated to squeeze into the Master Chief collection. Like, getting Halo Reach into the MCC, from what I understand, was already like a Herculean task. It was very difficult to get that thing into the MCC without breaking everything. And Halo 5, that game is just too large. Like, all the various systems in it, the under-the-hood ways that it tracks your stats, the various things that it is tracking, the checkpoint system from the campaign, the size of the campaign itself, the way that the servers work, which are completely different. Firefight, Warzone, the way that those are handled. Like, these 360-era Halo games are a lot simpler in terms of their netcode than something like Halo 5. And just getting that to work within the MCC framework would already be a nightmare. Then you've got to figure out how you're going to do the rec system. That would probably require redoing everything to kind of untangle it from its monetization system. It's just like too much work, and also literally could not be done due to how big Halo 5 is as a game and how big the MCC currently is. Like, there are data limits. If you wanted to get, like, MCC with Halo 5 included, you'd probably have to create a new Master Chief Collection from scratch. Like, in 20 years, a new Halo, the collection, every Halo game over the last 40 years. Like, and it would be from the ground up. It would have a new UI, new engines and everything, keeping everything held together. That's more likely to where you'd see a Halo collection with Halo 5 included, because the current MCC just couldn't contain it. .343 needs to put Doom 2 into the Master Chief Collection. Well, now that's a game that could fit in the MCC. In fact, I'm sure that that game is small enough that you could fit it on the ammo counter of the Chief's Assault Rifle in Halo 4. That would be a fun community mod. Is if, you know, in the first mission of Halo 4, when you wake up and then you go down the hallway and you turn around and you go down the stairs and there's that, like, little computer terminal you can interact with that kind of goes over the Master Chief's history for new players. Imagine if just, like, you interact with that and it's like a little arcade cabinet and you can play Doom, like the original Doom there. And that's it, that's the mod. Just Doom is in Halo 4. I can already see the headlines. To be honest, I think the one reason Halo 5 isn't on PC or MCC is because the Infinite story killed Halo 5's story. No, I don't think so. It has nothing... It has nothing to do with, like, shame or, like, trying to hide Halo 5 from the public or pretend it never happened. It's just down to, like, unfortunately, timing. Halo 5 was developed around the time when, like, Microsoft was doing their whole Windows Store thing. And at the time, they were still staunchly, like, we're committed to Xbox. Our games are Xbox games. And then by their next game, they were like, okay, well, we'll put something on PC. It'll be Halo Wars 2, but it's only going to be on the Windows Store. And there was a lot of behind-the-scenes drama regarding that. They did want Halo Wars 2 on Steam, but the Windows Store folk at Microsoft caught wind of that and felt betrayed, like they were being shot in the foot. Like, oh, no, we're working so hard on Store. How are people gonna use Store if you're just putting all your games on Steam? So they got that shut down, and that's why Halo Wars 2 is forever chained to the Windows Store, because of nonsense internal politics. And then it wasn't until the MCC revival project when they were kind of able to talk their way into, like, guys, like, this Store thing isn't working out. Let us put stuff on Steam. I haven't played Halo 5 or seen any videos about its campaign. I feel like I'm not missing anything. Halo 5 is just kind of like, it's a little bit odd, you know? Like, the aesthetics of it, it looks a little bit kind of like, there's this planet called Meridian, and if you watched any gameplay videos of the Meridian levels, you'd be hard-pressed to recognize anything that is kind of like identifiably Halo. Just because, like, the enemies kind of look like Metroid Prime or like Bionicles, kind of. The Spartan suits are very, like, kind of like different and futuristic and techy looking. You're flying around with thruster packs, you're aiming down the sights, you know, the music isn't like traditionally Halo. It's just like a very kind of like, it does stick out, I think, from the crowd just because of how far they pushed the Halo series with that game. How do you die so much from the sword? I'll be honest, it's because I'm not paying attention. Here we go. I think we've had enough fun with this mission, right? I mean, let's keep going. There might be like a fun, kind of like twist, you know? Like a new, unique, original enemy type. But I have a feeling it's basically a Spartan Ops level. Not that I mind, by the way, because, like I said, this is one of my favorite Big Team Battle maps in Halo 4, and it's kind of a shame it wasn't actually turned into Spartan Ops. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling this is just going to be it, fighting off waves of enemies. Alright, we're going to check out a different mod now, okay? Some things visually I did like about Halo 5, like the HUD. Yeah, Halo 5's HUD was more or less like the Halo Reach HUD in terms of layout, but they added a health bar, which was neat. I'd maybe, you know, do away with some of the, like, the accents and the bloomy decorations on it. But though, at that point, I'm just nitpicking. Like, the Halo 5 HUD, I think, was mostly fine. I kind of prefer it in a lot of ways to Halo Infinite's HUD. Just checking to see what other mods I've got. Provocation. What is this? Halo CE Anniversary. You know what we'll do? We'll do Mercury Rising again, because some of you haven't seen Mercury Rising. This is probably one of the coolest Halo mods for Combat Evolved right now on the Steam Workshop. Windows Store is also terrible for compatibility. That it is. Oh, let me turn on the music, because this mod has a freaking awesome soundtrack. Alright. So this is the Halo 1 engine, okay? It's pretty nuts looking, right? Artistically speaking. Oh boy. Here. I am going to pick up this SMG. And then probably some of this ammo too. Alright, let's get moving. Do you know what the story or the deal is with the Halo Spartan Assault, and it's very hard to find sequel. Halo Spartan Assault, I actually think, is the one that's hard to find. Spartan Strike, the sequel, that one is actually more compatible on modern software. I think, so if I remember right, a lot of it is down to, like, you know, internally, a lot of these game companies, what they're identifying is that, like, console gaming is becoming increasingly less profitable, and it's kind of like an unstable ship that is beginning to sink. And there was this crazy period at Xbox, I would say early 2010s to, I think it's still going on to an extent, where it's just this push to get things on mobile. Like, begin shifting over to mobile devices. You know, when a lot of people think about the Activision acquisition, it's not really about Call of Duty. It was more about, I'd say, King. You know how it's Activision King? It was more about that, like the mobile portfolio that they wanted. Like, Call of Duty's good enough, but they really wanted that Candy Crush. You know, and part of the big push that they had for xCloud, and kind of the push, you know, for getting Game Pass on, like, phones and stuff like that, was a desire to get a way for people to play Xbox on their phones. Remember, they would, like, handcraft control schemes for games that you streamed on your phone. Like, when you play Gears of War 5, you know, via xCloud, it's got, like, button prompts and everything. It feels very curated and easy to play on the phone. And that's not by accident. You know, even Halo Infinite, they were thinking about mobile when they were designing Halo Infinite, whether it was an actual port or just making it comfortable to stream onto a phone. There was pressure from on top to think about mobile devices while developing Halo Infinite. It's just, you know, it's the direction everybody's going in. And so the Spartan games, I'd assume that was kind of like one of the early attempts to kind of get Halo onto mobile devices that ultimately was not successful. Of course, gaming is seemingly unprofitable when games cost $300 million to produce. Yeah, it's like, go figure. When your games are basically like playable CGI with how crazy expensive they look and how crazy expensive they are to make. Like, definitely, they pushed the Halo 1 engine with this one. Yeah, and there's even, look at this. There's gore. Pretty nuts, right? You know something? If Nintendo had the Halo license, I do think Halo would have kept its, like, trademark blood. Maybe not for the humans, but definitely for the aliens. Like, I don't know, something about seeing that grunt there, like, just explode and all the cartoon blue blood everywhere. I could see that on, like, Nintendo hardware. Did you hear the next Battlefield game is supposedly like Call of Duty Mobile? It's going to have many different maps and guns from all the games into one game. What? Really? Where's this coming from? I haven't heard anything about the next Battlefield except for the vague threat from Andrew Wilson that it's going to be the most ambitious Battlefield game ever, which is what they said about Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 2042. I do like Battlefield 5. I should clarify. I like the game in spite of its problems.
I'm picking up a signal from this building. There must be a way to open this door.
some guys over there. ...2026 is going to be a stacked year. Or 2025? Yeah, dude. I'm not ready for it. Aw, man. Yeah, that's okay. That was a relatively easy encounter. I can easily do that one more time. Does anyone want a serious grunt faction? Probably not, like... Well, I don't think you could make one, to be honest. It would be like trying to make a very serious SpongeBob spin-off show. You know, like you just can't do it. Like grunts are comedy. Like that's their whole thing, even down to like the creature design. Like they're designed to be very funny looking. So I don't think you could have like let's have it like a serious threatening grunt. It's like I don't think it can happen. Hey, what's up with the Banished being open-minded? When I hear them threatening their men to be skinned alive, they seem more authoritarian. Yeah, the Banished are a little bit confusing. I know the art director for Halo Wars 2, when I was able to speak with him about there was this, man, how do I, there we go. Okay. When I spoke to him, there was this one Phoenix log in Halo Wars 2 that seemed to contradict the idea of Atriox being very open-minded and accepting of others, which was, it was talking about how Atriox ordered, like, slave collars being put on engineers, and it was like, Atriox wants the job done no matter the cost. And it's like, huh? But I thought he's like the one who wants people to join the Banished for free will. But he's like putting bombs on the engineers still. And the Halo Wars 2 art director, Jeremy Cook, he was kind of like, dude, it's just one of those things where it's like there's so many cooks in the kitchen at Xbox and 343 that it's like, you say one thing, they write a different thing, and now it's canon, and you can't do anything about it. How do I open this up for them? Oh, it's up here. Okay. There we go. Yeah, and that's the, you know, the thing about the Banished. Being supposedly super open and accepting of others, yet they're, like, threatening to skin you alive and eat you alive and all that stuff. Everyone loves a poorly defined main villain. Yeah, basically. I just kind of wish that it was, like, monkeys together strong. Like, that was basically the Banished. They're just like, we love brutes. Anybody can join us if they also like brutes. I might be a fool, but I'm excited for the new, smaller Activision Blizzard studio. Yeah, I heard about that. That could be interesting. I don't know. God, I hope it's interesting, whatever they make. I'm excited about the idea of games getting back to being like kind of like smaller in scale. You know, and what we were talking about before with like AI stuff. AI should never like drive the art direction of a game. You know, you should always have human captains steering the ship. But stuff like procedural generation, AI, those are tools that can assist a smaller team in speeding up the production of their game. Like we talked before about, like, you know, a forest. Like that kind of stuff where it's just like populating forest with trees. You could use AI and procedural generation to do the repetitive, boring stuff like that, while you have like actual humans doing the hero work, I guess, so to speak. And then obviously have the humans come back and provide a little bit of oversight and make sure that the AI didn't screw anything up. The maps in this look better than the original Halo. I wish we got these in the original. It would have been so cool for exploration. Yeah, it's cool, right? Like how open this map is. It feels like kind of like a Nintendo game in this weird way. Like it gives Metroid if Metroid was super, super wide open. And I think I have lost my Marine compatriots. Unfortunately, I think just for the sake of pacing, we're going to move on to something else. After Halo Reach and Halo 3's original era closed and it was time for Halo 4 when they switched companies, what could have been a cool idea for the Halo 4 game story, in your opinion? You could probably still do, like, the Forerunner stuff, but what I would have done is I would have kept them a little bit more mysterious. Like, I probably would have done, like, Prometheans. I would have gotten rid of the idea of, like, the faces and the skull face and the, you know, and composed humans and stuff like that. Like, all of that complicated stuff, and I probably would have focused more on the idea of, like, during the Halo trilogy, you were seeing, like, the Forerunners trying to protect themselves from the Flood and the machines that they made to do that. Now you're gonna see, like basically you were seeing the scientific side of the Forerunners as they tried to combat the Flood. Now you're seeing the military part of the Forerunners trying to combat the Flood. So rather than you'd see like what a like Sentinel for warfare would be designed like, and what machines of war would look like. And the Didact, I probably would not have had the Didact ever show his face, and I would have had him be the exact same height as Master Chief. That way it's a little bit ambiguous. And his armor would probably be designed a little bit more like the Isaac Hannaford concept art for what a Forerunner combat suit might look like. You know? That's what I'd do, at least. And so it's like the idea of, like, Master Chief crash landing on a Forerunner world, waking up a Forerunner that's gone, like, crazy from years and years of isolation. And it's just like, all right, let's keep the war going, ladies and gentlemen. And it's like, oh no, we have to stop him. And I probably would not have done a lot of, like, the Cortana's going crazy stuff. Or I would not have played into it as much, just because I guess as I get older, like, a lot of that melodrama. I don't think it makes for the most compelling Halo stories anymore, though that could also just be overexposure. I'm very tired of, like, Master Chief being sad and Cortana being sad and them saying goodbye to each other. Oh, but Del Rio, I would play him up even more, to be honest. You're telling me that you returned to the fold out of nowhere, and that a Forerunner is running around. Like, I'm not sure if the Halo rings are like public knowledge. Like, I'm gonna have to check with home base about these, what did you call them? Halo rings? Like, alright, old guy. Like, we've got our Spartan 4s now. You know, and it's like, alright, Chief, we're not gonna have much help on this one. And then you could have, like, Lasky smuggling Chief stuff like he did. Like, take a lot of, like, the elements of Halo 4's story, but make them a little bit more adventurous, I think, than, like, melodramatic. Because I think Halo 4's got all the kernels of a good story there. It's more the way it was told. It took all the elements and turned them dramatic. Or I would have gone for a bit more adventure. Kind of like also, you know, calling back to Halo 1's story, which was more of an adventure story. Kind of wish the Didact had been more of a Master Chief type Forerunner equivalent. Yeah, the Didact's a tough one. I'd love to know, because in the books, the Didact that was being described in the books, in the Forerunner trilogy, was not at all like the Didact that was actually in Halo 4. Their personalities were very different. And then the final book in the Forerunner trilogy was, like, delayed for no real reason. There was just this vague, like, we need more time for it to come together. And then Halo 4 came out, and the Didact's, like, evil, and he has glowing red eyes, and it's like, what? Like, who's this guy? And then the final book came out, and there was a single chapter that I swear was rushed, and was kind of, like, added after the fact, and kind of, like, you know, Greg Bear probably had folks from Microsoft and 343 breathing down his neck to make sure the chapter was perfect. And it was like, suddenly the Didact was just like, you know what, I'm really upset at humans, they're the problem, blah! Like, it all happened within, like, one chapter. Very quickly, very suddenly, kind of undoing the previous 2 books worth of character buildup. This is a pretty neat little mod, right? I'd love to see more stuff like this coming out of the community. I know rebalancing mods are probably very easy to, like, kind of, like, learn the mod tools and stuff, but God, I'd love a few less rebalancing mods. It's like Halo 3 rebalanced. Added Halo 2 Anniversary Elites to the human side. It's like, being bold today, are we? Made grunts more vibrant looking. Extended the range of the assault rifle. It's like, oh, stop! You're being so bold! Oh my gosh, it's a chieftain! Knowledge of the Halo rings, effectively 7 galaxy-wide nukes, is probably something that the UNSC would have desperately tried to keep out of the general public knowledge. Yeah. I don't think the Halo rings were something that the UNSC would just, like, you know. And this just in, the UNSC today held a press briefing where they let the public know that 7 life-ending devices are currently floating out in space undefended. And also, there's aliens trying to kill us that would like those rings. More at 7. Like, yeah, so traffic is a little heavy today on the Beltway. It's like, wait, back up, what? We're all constantly under threat of dying? Yeah, no, the UNSC would absolutely keep the knowledge of the Halo rings out of public eye. Could you imagine if, like, just on the news, like, President Joe Biden of the United States of America just got onto a camera and just announced that there are 7 nuclear devices placed in strategic points around the world that at any point, if any of them detonate, the entire planet explodes. And they're just there? Like, that would be terrifying. Like, society globally would just cease functioning, I think. Kind of like finding out that the U.S. lost a few nukes somewhere in rural U.S. Wait, really? That's terrifying news. Somehow not surprising. Why do we have so many nukes, man? Why does anybody have so many nukes? You'd think that like 1 or 2 would get the point across, right? Like 30 at most, and that's me stretching it. If I was a megalomaniac, and I'm not, only Gordon Freeman can save Halo. Here, we're gonna check out a different mod. As someone who has tried making a Halo rebalance mod, yes, it's very easy. Halo CE anniversary. Oh, you know what? Let's try out facility. Guys, this is pretty bonkers. This mod's pretty bonkers, okay? Look at this, it's the Resistance assault rifle. I forgot the name of this thing, but I recognize that model anywhere. In fact, I think it's the one from Resistance 1. Because that model was... that game graphically was so bad that it did kind of look like a original Xbox game. This just in, turns out the only species capable of activating the rings are humans. Thank goodness there are no human individuals, factions with ill intentions, or aliens with human kidnappies. Yeah, basically, right? Okay. Let's try to get out of here. No, we can't get out that way. There we go. This mod is genuinely creepy. It's like the only mod that uses the flood and actually like made me kind of like jump a little bit. Because it's like already I'm kind of like, I feel very unsafe right now. This is like, I'm not in a safe environment. This isn't the Halo I know. Where am I, you know? And then look at the motion tracker. What's that? What's coming? What's coming? What's going on? Oh my god! It's the flood! Ah! God, Halo could really use the motion tracker more for horror or tension. Okay, let's see if we can get out of here. Unpopular opinion, the flood is not scary. Well, no. No, I don't think the flood are very scary, but I'm also an adult. Unfortunately, zombies just are not that scary anymore. But when I was a kid, I can tell you, I thought the flood were scary. Is the thing... This thing might be infinite ammo. Okay, this is actually so cool. Right? As soon as I see the weapon model, I feel like I loaded into the wrong game. Like, this is a great way to make the Flood super spooky. Is just throw you out of your comfort zone in Halo. Like, immediately, I'm holding, like, an M1 Garand. I'm in, like, a World War II GoldenEye, like, facility. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't look like Halo. No, not that way. Let's... Okay. Ah, it's the Flood! Oh boy. Even as a kid, I never thought the Flood were scary. You were probably one of those boring kids, right? The ones that were never scared by anything. No, I'm just joking. I think it's all down to, like, exposure, I guess. Like, what you were exposed to. So, for, like, sheltered kids who weren't exposed to a lot of violence as kids, the Flood were probably, like, the scariest thing on planet Earth. Planet Earth. But if you were, like, fairly used to horror media by that time, the Flood were probably, like, adorable. Like, what are those things? And it's like a little piece of popcorn is, like, jumping after you. And then, like, a booger green zombie is chasing you. It's probably very silly. Yeah, see, this is the stuff that I live for. Like, you know what I even want to see more from the Halo community in terms of modding? I want to see some stuff that isn't Halo. You know, there is a AI battle map. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but it's just like the desert, and it's like military jeeps and like M16s and stuff. But it's like a Halo Combat Evolved mod. Like, that stuff's cool. I'd love to see more of these, like, non-Halo mods. Could you imagine trying to, like, remake the first level of, like, Wolfenstein 3D in the Halo engine? Complete with the Nazis? Hell, do Doom. The original Doom in the Halo engine. The Doom community has probably made some awesome low-poly models of those original sprites. I think they're, like, rolling around. I don't know if it's just me. Do you guys see them, like, rolling and somersaulting the Flood? I think this modder gave them, like, the Marines' ability to kind of dodge out of the way. Have you tried out the updated Doom plus Doom 2? Yes, Andrew, yes, I saw those released during QuakeCon. I had fun with the new Legacy of Rust episode. Yes, I have seen those, and I'm incredibly happy that if you own Doom on Steam, you get the update for free. And believe me, that's a game that I'm going to be playing on my Steam Deck a little bit. I downloaded it on the Xbox, and sure enough, it's exactly what they promised. It looks like Resistance. Yeah, it uses Resistance assets. Let's grab the shotgun. Oh my god, this is bonkers! Look at this shotgun! Like, it's nothing, like, extraordinary, you know? It's a shotgun, but it's just... I'm so used to the Halo shotgun looking a specific way. So seeing, like, something that is just so different in Halo. I'm so tired of the rebalancing mods, or the, like, what if we put the Halo 3 shotgun in Halo 4? I put Halo Infinite Master Chief in Halo 3. Like, I want to see more stuff like this. The Flood used to scare the crap out of me, and I love zombies. I still do. But when I first get clues of the Flood, that they were just different and wrong, and I didn't get scared as easily. I think I misread some of that just in the fury here. This encounter's a little bit on the complicated side, at least for me. What's that iconic quote from Trump? I'm not the brightest tool in the shed. I think that's the quote. Or I'm not the brightest tool in the drawer. It was something like that. That was pretty funny, but basically that applies to me right now. Let's see if I can. I saw in the loading screen that there was a dude in armor. I don't know if that's supposed to be me, or if there are more enemy types that I'm going to be introduced to. Okay, let's grab more shotgun ammo. Health pack. Yeah, this is a resistance-based mod. That health pack was from Resistance. Oh boy. That's pretty cool. That's like a scripted little sequence. The guy's running, and then the flood getting them. Okay, well, we got that door open. Modders have made voxel models of the OG Doom sprites, recreated Doom 2's Map 7 Simple in Halo 3, and made Doom-esque centered. Yes, I am playing out of the corner of my eye, by the way. This is harder than it looks. Esque centered weapons, VMs. Okay. So it could theoretically be done. It would just require somebody who knows Doom like the back of their hands. Back of their hand. Singular, I think the saying goes. Oof, 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 oof. Okay, hang on. Things are getting a little bit too complicated. Some of them have machine guns. Okay. Alien Romulus is excellent. I have heard the Alien Romulus is excellent. It makes me very happy. The one franchise, though, that I'm not sure you can really do an Alien Romulus or a Prey with is Terminator. That's a franchise that I think is cooked. As far as new movies are concerned. Like, they're going to keep making them. But I think they'd just be wasting their money at this point. I know it's weird, but I like the library level. I like the library level a little bit too. Maybe not like playing it live, but on my own, the library is fun. Like when I can kind of dictate the pacing on my own, you know? I find Halo 1's level design, I think, is still probably my favorite out of the series. Not the best paced, you know? Like, if you're looking for, like, a crazy good time, like, Halo 1 can definitely drag. But I think if you're somebody who... I'm not sure if this makes sense. Halo 1's levels feel... They feel more believable as, like, environments, I guess, than levels from later Halo games, where they feel more like curated video game levels. I don't know, like the Assault on the Control Room, Two Betrayals, like those kind of super long levels where it's just, I'm just trekking through a really big environment. You know, and each room has a new story, even if they're copy and pasted. Like, they're still just so kind of, like, seamless. And it also helps that, like, the combat loop, the distribution of ammo, like, it's all just so carefully done. Oh, man. Oh, that guy's toast. I think the mod you're playing is using human flood tags from Ruby's Rebalanced CE. They have Marine and crewman uniform permutations, and those ODST flood can do the Marine dodge roll, which Ruby added. Gotcha. So it's lifted from the Ruby Rebalanced mod. Okay. Good to know. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay, there are just so many of them. Now we're getting to the territory of, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? How am I supposed to fight them all? There's so many. Here, we're gonna try a new strategy, okay? We're not gonna open that door immediately. What we're gonna do... is let's get ourselves our shotgun. And then we will let the flood come to us one by one. Okay? Let me slow myself down a little bit. Okay, stop moving so fast. Make sure all my weapons are in order. I'm willing to bet that that assault rifle probably has, like, the most amount of ammo right now, because we really start getting attacked by the flood after we enter this room. So, okay. We'll trigger that. We'll see what comes our way. Alright, now they're gonna come this way. We'll deal with them. Then we'll get that door open, okay? There we go. Okay. Wait, I still... Oh, no, that's just my own feet. Okay. Now we open the door. Now, cautiously. Let's try to make our way. There we go. That's what we needed to do. We needed to play it safe. And I am prepared to retreat the way I came. Oh, look at that fog. Man, cartoonishly obscuring fog is something we don't see in games anymore, huh? Dude, now that, like, you know, like, pixel art games are, like, everywhere now that, like, people have... Oh my gosh, I did a stupid, guys. I think I screwed up. Oh, thank God, they're just standing there for no reason. Okay. Since pixel art games now are everywhere because people have the resources to do them, I can't wait until people have the resources to make games with, like, the production value of, say, like, the first Call of Duty. You know, super low poly, or like Halo 1. Like, I don't need crazy mocapped cutscenes. You know, I'll take jank. I'll take jank. Okay. This way? Activate lift. Okay, yes. Oh boy, we're going down. This isn't good. Let me see. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, no, I didn't. All right. Of course we can't have comically dense fog. It would be seen as outdated, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I just, you know, I miss comically dense fog. I mean, thanks to HDR, we can now get, like, black shadows back. You know, like you step into a room and you literally can't see anything because it's so dark. Which that unfortunately went away when we moved away from CRT technology. So we're starting to get a little bit of that. Like the Dead Space remake. I tried it out on Game Pass before ultimately switching over to Game Pass Core. And I was pleasantly surprised by the fact that I could not see where I was going in some environments. You know, same with Modern Warfare 2019. I recall that game having some pretty decent HDR. At least the nighttime multiplayer mode. Where it was just like, I can't see anything. I gotta turn on my night vision. Ultra Kill is kinda there, I think. Well, Ultra Kill isn't really what I'm thinking of. Ultra Kill is like another one of those like Doom-inspired games, right? Where it's like everything's crazy. It's like a video game. You know, like I'm talking about like atmospheric, down-to-earth shooters. That was pretty creepy. The flood just like running out of the fog at me. Where'd his buddy go? There were two of them. I hear him. Yeah, he's out there somewhere. In my opinion, we're getting to that stage, thanks to free open source engines like Godot and advanced stuff like Doom Eternal's official... Dude, I saw that! Just out of nowhere! Or at least to me out of nowhere. Was that a thing id was promising for a while? Mod support for Doom Eternal? Ultra Kill is pixel art. I'm talking about games like what? What is Car? What is that? Silent Hill 2 did fog best. Yeah, Silent Hill games obviously are known for their fog. That is spooky wooky. I don't like that. I did not like that running animation. Oh my god, there's more coming. Stop it, stop it. They've got different animations than I'm used to. Oh my god. Go away, I hate you all. This is tense. My palms are sweating a little bit. Something's coming. Okay. What the Car? Go play the demo. It's fantastic so far. Okay, what the Car? I'll have to check that out. Have you checked Attica? Halo, Half-Life 2, and Stalker thrown into a blender. You know, I have looked at Attica. I've got it on my wish list. I'm not sure when I'll pick it up. Maybe eventually. But I do have it on my wish list. Oh man. Look at all these test tubes with blood. Oh my god, we've got the musical stinger. This is World War II. Evil scientists discover aliens and make zombie army out of them. The zombie army games are a lot of fun too. Oof. Watch, the music's gonna go da-na-na-na. Okay. Where are we supposed to go? Here? No. Here? No. I'm gonna have to make like a mod showcase video. Because all the mods that I see that are showcased are like rebalanced, revised, re-envisioned, like a hot... Stuff like this never gets shown off. And it drives me up the wall, man. There's this channel, there's this one YouTuber, quite like, Coyote, I think? K-Y-O-T-T. He is a YouTuber, the likes that I rarely ever see anymore. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the glass can break. And he almost exclusively covers fun little Halo mods that he finds. I quite like that guy, and I like the energy that that guy is giving the Halo modding scene. Yeah, if any of you right now are watching, and any of you are interested in mod tools, or know how to use them or anything, do something like this. I want to see a non-Halo mod. Yeah, Ultra Kill is closer to Quake-esque low polycubism. If you're looking for something closer to Call of Duty 1, Combat Evolved graphically and aesthetically, Rai Phases, Raifa Universe Game Project. Is he actually doing it? I've seen, like, fake trailers and stuff like that, but is it happening? If it's happening, I'm so excited and happy. And if he needs anybody to make a old-style commercial, I would love to do something like that for him. Yeah, Kayat. Yeah, 1T. That's right. Yeah, that guy is freaking awesome. Send his love. Send him some love. We need more channels like him, because unfortunately there's a lot of, like, your well, me's, hidden Experias, you know, where it's like we've gotten big enough to the point where it's like this is kind of like the primary source of income. Or at least a major source of income. So unfortunately, the kind of content that we make can't be quite as niche. We have to almost like tailor our stuff to be as big and all-encompassing as possible. Which is why I appreciate when you see stuff like Kayat, where it's like, dude is small enough, is niche enough, clearly has something going on outside of the YouTube sphere to where he can be in his niche, and he does his niche extremely well, and the energy he brings to that niche is something that the Halo community could use more of. We need more small Halo content creators that are super passionate about an aspect of Halo. Oh boy. Okay, we're starting to see some elites. Oh, are the elites supposed to be like test subjects? Like they're not aliens here. They're like freaky mutants. That's fun. Okay, we gotta get out of here. Did you think Splitgate 2 will have a Forge mode? I think the plan is for Splitgate 2 to have a Forge mode, if not at launch eventually. Those gameplay demos would be a lot to fake, in my opinion. Wait, hang on, back up. I just realized what you said. There's gameplay demos? I've only seen, like, little render type things, little teaser videos that looked very simple and are pretty short. There's actual gameplay demos? This is very intense. The music is crazy. It's very dark right now. All I'm seeing are silhouettes, like things moving about in the shadows, scary forms. I've been fighting humans for so long, and now it's like I'm seeing weird, like, lumpy monsters. Like, it doesn't feel like Halo right now. Like, the music is wild and scary. I hear the freaking monsters, like, everywhere. They're in, like, my ears, man. I feel like any one of them could jump out at me. Come on, open the door. Oh my god, let me in! Okay. Minigun. Okay, the music's starting to get a little bit exciting. Alright. Come on. Okay, more mutants. Yeah, okay, now we're done with scary. Okay, they scared us. Now they give us a minigun. Okay, we got humans back. Alright, so we're introduced to the monsters. The crazy science experiments. Bad stuff's happening. Got it. Now here's a minigun. It's time for you to fight your way out of this lab. All this thing is missing is a unique HUD. Like a World War II themed HUD. You know, turn that sci-fi blue to a typewriter-esque white. Come on, you freaks of nature. You wanted to play God? I'll show you God. Okay. You can even see some of the decals are bleeding through the fog accidentally. The poor Halo engine just under so much stress. I think this is the way I came. Yes. Aw, classic Halo CE. Did I already come this way? Okay, let's go this way. Yeah, there's the flamethrower we dropped. Oof. Oh my gosh, okay. Keep going this way. No, not the way to go? Okay. That's alright. Then it's gotta be around here somewhere. No? Okay. That's the flamethrower that I dropped. Wait, I didn't drop a flamethrower, I dropped a minigun. Alright, we're back in business, boys. Just gotta find the way out. See, now I'm starting to get a little bit frustrated. So I don't quite know where to go. Could use a little bit of light, methinks. Like, not light as in, like, brighten this place up. More like red emergency lights, or even, like, have some tanks glowing a deep green. Like, something, like an ambience to subtly direct me the right way. Because as of right now, I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to go. Which is true to Halo, you know. Are they expecting you to use the flashlight? Well, here's the wild thing. I am using the flashlight. The fog is just that thick. No. Wait, maybe. No. No. Yeah, nope. I don't want this mod to beat me. I'm having enough fun. Okay, generator. Maybe, am I just supposed to, like, burn everything down? I can't imagine that that's what they want me to do, because what if I don't have enough ammo to do that? And this mod seems competent enough that they wouldn't accidentally have, like, a soft lock, you know? Which also my flamethrower is shattering glass. Yeah, guys, unfortunately, I'm kind of at a loss right now. I don't know where to go. I thought it would be this way, but the door won't open. Are these supposed to be like generators? Am I supposed to power something on? Yeah, this has definitely killed the pacing. I'm kind of bummed. I didn't want the mod to end this way. That's disappointing. Okay. Yeah, there's these, like, weird generator things everywhere, so I wonder if... I don't know. And then back here is just, you know, that's the way I came. Okay, that's disappointing, man. Okay, well, that's a bummer. Alright, guys. Yeah, that'll have to be it then. Bummer. Alrighty. Guys, I am going to hop off so that I can get some dinner with my wife. Okay. I hope you guys did enjoy this stream, though. Alright? I know that Halo was a little bit short. Or Halo Gameboy was a little bit short. But hopefully, you know, we had some fun with that. Especially that final mod, you know. But... Aw, Killa just joined. Dude, I'm so sorry. Alrighty, guys. I shall see you all later. I'm so sorry. Thank you for joining.